I'm Brianna,
And I'm Abby
and this is Blessed.
and highly medicated.
We're so glad you're here today.
Yes, and we know that you're just tolerating it, but we hope you'll tolerate it for the rest of the episode because we have some good topics we need to get into, and I think it's important as a society that we break these topics open because they're not talked about enough.
Absolutely, we've got to bring some light to these situations.
Well, I was wondering if you could tell the peeps some of the different things that you like to cook and
Okay.
like stuff you made over the holidays because
Mm.
I think even like your little Trader Joe's party, I was like,
Oh
I
my
just I
gosh,
just want to eat like
yes.
that every day.
The Trader Joe's. I could eat like that every day too. And you know what? They know what they're doing. I don't know what
Clearly.
they're doing, but they know what they're doing. And they know how to get you to get what they're doing. So, and like I've never had frozen food taste so good. So I'm gonna fill you guys in on my family's New Year gathering, social gathering. So New Year's Day, it was my mom, grandparents, my dad, and my husband and my son. And so my mom and we recently got a Trader Joe's. It opened the last day of October of 2025, and it has been the talk of the town. So in the past, I would have to drive about 2 hours to get to a Trader Joe's, and then I would just massively buy a bunch of stuff and bring it home in a hoard of things. So I don't have to do that anymore. But we wanted to kind of sample everything. So it was great. My mom and my grandma, they went to the Trader Joe's and they got all these different hors d'oeuvres. And so we sampled, they got like four different shrimp dishes, shrimp tempura, which I've had before, like a boom boom shrimp type thing,
Love that.
shrimp
Love
with
it.
walnut. I think there was another shrimp. I feel
There
like I'm like Bubba Gump, like
shrimp
shrimp with
gumbo.
walnuts. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on shrimp gumbo. Love that too. Um, but that's not what I'm talking about right now. We got chicken Samoas. Anyways, just an assortment of things. And every couple, in between rounds of games, I'm slinging more hors d'oeuvres into the air fryer, slaving away over my air fryer. And we just kind of just grazed for 4 hours while playing this game of Swoop. I don't know if you've ever played that.
No, no idea.
Super easy. It involves three cards of deck, three
No
decks of
way.
cards. And you basically there's no strategy to it. We played Mexican Train, and then James was getting a little salty about the game situation, so we had to play Minecraft Uno. Got a couple rounds of that in, and you know, there's
James is her
something to be said.
son, not her grandpa, by the
Yes,
way.
my son. There's something to be said for letting a kid win. And certain people, I won't name names, just did not get the hint that maybe he just needed a win. He just needed a win. And
I feel that so deeply in my soul.
it didn't happen. So he was a little salty, but we can't always win. So, but anyways, I would highly recommend a Trader Joe's mass haul of goodies, appetizers, hors d'oeuvres, and just grazing with people that you love. It was a great way to bring in the new year. So if that's how the new year started, it can only, hopefully it can only get better. I mean, it could always go downhill, but we're going uphill from
Yeah,
here.
I mean, that's starting on a high.
It started on a high. Maybe we should have started on a low.
Yeah, manage your expectations. I will
I
say
know.
the previous Trader Joe's that Brianna had to frequent was the same Trader Joe's that Travis Kelsey
Yes.
got that ice cream at. Um, all that was only 2 years ago.
I don't know what you're talking about. So
You
he
don't?
got ice cream at a Trader Joe's?
Right when him and Taylor started, the rumors were flying. I don't even think it
Oh
was
my
official
gosh.
yet.
Yes.
He was seen in this Trader Joe's outside of Kansas City
Oh my gosh.
buying ice cream, and people lost their ever-loving minds.
What flavor did he get?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with it's probably like vanilla.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Might be
Well,
something more intense.
yeah, based on Taylor's most recent songs, maybe it wasn't.
If they made spicy vanilla, maybe that would be it.
Yeah.
Also, I have on my We
Oh,
Are the Champions friendship bracelet. This is from the Travis Kelce Taylor Whirlwind Romance era. Okay.
yes. And you have a friendship bracelet.
I do, but I made it for myself at a Taylor Swift pool party of all places. A
Yeah, but
Taylor Swift.
what about the Taylor Swift friendship bracelet I got you?
It's in my jewelry box with my most prized possessions.
It better be.
Yes. Yes. But this one is customized by me.
Okay,
You
let's
can
see.
buy it you can buy it for $50,000.
Oh, and it has your name on it so you don't
Mm-hmm.
forget.
Yes. Actually, James confiscated it and I just got it back. So it's been since like July. So
Well, it's good that he finally turned himself in.
he gave it to me yesterday and I just left it on in
Cute.
case I forget who I was. Um, what's your favorite thing from Trader Joe's, Abby?
Um, ooh, that's hard. I like chips and salsa kind of stuff, like or
Oh,
chips and
yes.
dips, or like pita chips and hummus, or
Mm,
things like that.
did you
Um,
try the guacamole salsa?
mm-mm.
Their guacamole salsa? It's so good. But you have to get the festive corn, like the corn chips that
Uh-huh.
are like dippers, but they're coated in like seasonings.
Oh, okay.
And yeah.
I liked their like chili crisp. It's like a chili garlicky oil. I think it's like Asian inspired probably, but who
Ooh,
knows?
haven't seen that.
But it's really good to put on stuff. I used to put it on like eggs and like avocado toast, things
Ooh.
like that.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Um,
Low effort.
I did get something there that was not good.
Hmm. Controversy.
Okay, it was what it was advertised as. Okay.
Okay.
Blue cheese chips. And my husband loves blue cheese. I don't. Um, you bite into it and it literally tastes like a piece of crunchy blue cheese. So they did what they said they were
They
doing,
delivered on
but
their promises.
not a fan. But I don't really like blue cheese like that. So,
No, I hate blue cheese. And
yeah.
I honestly hate most cheese. Not a cheese girl.
Oh my God.
There's
Cheese.
cheeses I
Love
tolerate.
cheese.
Like I don't hate pizza. I will eat the occasional macaroni and cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind just like regular cheddar cheese too much. But
Mm-hmm.
that's about my limit.
See, like, I feel like one of the greatest gifts someone could give me at some point would be like a massive roll. What do they call them? Round of cheese, and it's like
Oh,
coated in
like
the
the
wax.
Parmesan
Yeah, like, that
wheel?
they're like, yes, and I've watched videos of them like, cutting those and stuff
Yeah.
and like, oh, just those are so expensive. But like maybe one day I'll make it and I'll
Well,
drop a couple thousand on some cheese.
we've been to a couple cheese stores together.
Oh, I love cheese.
The one in Kansas City smelled not good.
I did not like that place. Well, I
Mm-mm.
mean, I didn't like the smell of the place.
Yeah,
I
they're
think that is where I got that clotted cream, though, I think.
yeah. I think you did because they had like a
It was the same
whole
trip.
British section.
Yeah, yeah. I would like to ask our audience if they have any Trader Joe's favorites that we need to try out and you know, what they think about it. Is it worth the hype?
Is it worth the hype, or is it worth the parking lot? Because
Oh,
you've
yeah.
not dealt with the Trader Joe's parking lot until you have been to the one in Green Hills in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been there when it's remotely survivable.
Mm.
I mean, there are people that will park like in the parking garage of the mall and then like walk down just to go.
Oh. Yeah, the parking. So I usually only go. Now, I've only been to ours 3 times or 2 times. I can't remember. 3 times. I go when they first open on like a Saturday morning, and I'm there when they first open. And it's worked out for me. It's still busy, but it's been working out.
Well, good for you. You have more
Yeah.
patience than I do. What is there like a coffee drink or something you've been wanting to try
Wanting to try.
or wanting to make or wanting like
Well, you know, the one that I talked to you about earlier this week. I need to know if people have tried that. The new protein
yeah.
coffee at Starbucks. Is it a yay or is it a nay? Because I feel like if there's a texture, I'm not gonna like that. But I like the idea of getting like a whole like meal's worth of protein in my coffee. Um, so I need to know, have you guys tried it?
Yeah, and what's honestly hit us up with any good protein options
Mm-hmm.
because every single protein thing that I've tried has grossed me out. Every single
Yes.
one. And I've tried so many. Like it's
Yeah.
easier for me to eat beef jerky than it is
Mm-hmm.
to try to drink a protein shake.
And you know, we need the salt from the jerky, so it works
Yeah.
out.
And the
But
problem
there's
with
some, yeah, go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry. The problem I have with even if the Starbucks protein is good, I'm like drinking a coffee all day long. Like I'm not
Mm-hmm.
able to just, throw it back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, how gross is that gonna get? Even if it tastes
Yeah.
good the first few sips,
Yeah. Like as it sits.
as it sits,
Yes.
I don't know about that.
We need to know. We
We
need
need
to
to
know
know,
what
and
you
we
guys
need
think.
someone to be braver than us and investigate and report
Yes. And
back.
don't just be like, oh, it's great. You know, like if you like all of the protein stuff, you will probably like this. So we do not need to know if it's good if you like all the protein
Yeah,
stuff. But if you're a picky protein person, say
yes.
that 5 times. I need to know your review.
Yeah, picky protein person.
Picky protein person. Yeah. So that's great. One recipe I did try this new year that was good
Okay.
was you cut up the English muffins. So I got like cinnamon raisin English muffins.
Okay.
Cut it up, soak it in like your half and half custard stuff. It was like half and half, and I think buttermilk and vanilla and some sugar. Soaked it overnight, put brown sugar on top, baked it in the oven, and then I made my great grandma's caramel sauce syrup on top to put on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was really good. It was really easy. And it's kind of like bread pudding, but it's supposed to be like a French toast. They called it French toast, but I think it was more like bread pudding.
I get French toast
Yeah.
vibes from that.
Yeah.
That sounds
I think
good.
if I wanted to have soaked it overnight, I think it would have been hard. Like the English muffin would have been harder rather than
Oh, I get what you
softer.
mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think if you only soak it for like 30 minutes, it would probably be more of a French toasty vibe. Um, and then I've been adding that caramel sauce to my coffees every day, and it's amazing.
I I just got a mocha pot for Christmas, and so I've
Mm,
been experimenting. And today I put in like brown sugar in my mug before I
mm-hmm,
put the coffee in, and that
mm-hmm.
was really good. Made
Did
a
you do milk
latte.
too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And I put a little cinnamon on top.
Mm,
It was pretty good.
that sounds good.
Yeah.
So fancy.
I know. That's me. As far
I
as
also have a
breakfast,
mocha pot, and I love it.
yeah, but you're an artist.
Oh no, I'm not. Not with that. I haven't discovered my latte art yet. So, I'm gonna challenge you, Abby, for this New Year's. Let's see if we can do some latte art by the end of the year.
It's gonna take that long, and it's not gonna look like anything. It'll look like a question
No.
mark.
No, I think I need to get one of those little metal pitcher thingies. I think that's what they use. Put the cream in, and then that's how they get the design. I don't know.
Yeah, I have like a frother that heats it up and like
I don't
froths
have
it.
that.
And
Mm-mm.
then so I do the like I hold the cup kind of sideways and then I pour it like I'm
Ooh.
mimicking all the
You're
movements.
already closer
It
than
just
I
doesn't
am.
look anything like it's supposed to.
So, any of our barista girly or gents need to, if you guys have any hints for us.
I'm gonna go with there's probably zero men listening to this unless you count our
Hey,
fathers.
yeah, and my
Your
husband,
husband,
he does not like coffee, so he will not be giving us any
and you
hints.
still married him?
Yes, it's the yin and the yang.
He had to have some other redeeming qualities, I
He loves
guess.
Dr. Pepper. And like whenever I went to Europe, I do not like carbonated water. I'm like, no bubbles, flat water.
Yeah,
Flat water, no bubbles.
got it.
Yeah.
But you only drink bottled water in Europe, right?
Uh,
Like at restaurants?
they bring it. I can't remember. It's been a while. I think they bring. I think they have like a pitcher of water.
Oh, they do?
I think so. But like, I'm not going to the fancy restaurants. This like, you know, I don't remember. I don't remember.
They don't have
But
ice
I
there
just
either, do they?
no, not really. You have to ask for it. If you ask for it, you can get it.
I've not been to Europe. There are places in Europe I want to go.
Hmm.
Probably not all of the places. Like London and Paris, I'm kind of like,
It's a big city.
yeah. I've been to New York and LA.
Yeah.
Um, but I really want to go to the Netherlands.
Hmm.
I want to go see Corrie ten Boom's house,
Hmm.
the hiding place.
Hmm.
And I want to go to Norway
Yes, I would love to go there.
and Iceland.
Yes,
Those are
I'm
those are
down.
like my three places I really want to go. Where have you been in Europe? Was it just the
Um,
time when you did the Camino or
no, my dad actually worked for a company and he was there for almost a year. And so I spent a spring break there with him. And we went it was my eighth grade year. They taught us all about the Holocaust. And I was like just really obsessed is like the wrong word to use
Yeah,
with
I
the
know what you
Holocaust.
mean.
You know what I mean? Like infatuated, curious. How could this happen? I read Anne Frank's diary.
Hmm.
I had it with me. We went to the Anne Frank house in Amsterdam. So my dad was in the Netherlands. So we went to Amsterdam, and I insisted we go to the Anne Frank house, and we did. Um, we did not go to any of the concentration camps, which I'm thankful now that we did not, because I just feel that that would just burn into your
Yeah,
soul. And I've been
it
to the
should.
museum in DC. I've been to the museum in DC. That was super depressing, but it was good to see. Not good to see, but
Important.
it's character development.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, we went Netherlands, Luxembourg, Paris, um, all in a week. Where else? Germany, um, Amsterdam, so the Netherlands. And I remember, so that's about whenever I was getting symptoms of POTS for the first time. And I just hated the walking
Yeah.
everywhere. And I was just exhausted. And I just felt like there's something wrong with me because I'm just like
Because how old would you have
exhausted.
been? Like
But
13,
like,
14?
yeah, but like, what do you do? Like, I don't know that that's not normal. And I just
Right.
feel like I'm such a baby. Like, like we're walking around Versailles and I can't even enjoy it because I'm just like exhausted and not knowing what's happening. So, anyways, I would love to go back to those places now that I'm a little older. And I have my POTS diagnosis. I think I could walk around a little
You
bit
could
better.
manage it. You did
Yes.
Disney
Yes.
and you survived that.
I did. I did.
And I think
So,
that's, but what's
yeah.
so not funny is not the right word. But it's funny you felt that way and then you went back with your grandpa and walked how many miles?
500 miles. I did the Camino de Santiago. So you start in Saint Jean Pied de Port in France, and you go across the Pyrenees Mountain, and you make your way through Spain to Santiago. And so, yeah, I did that in college, and that was also before I was medicated and diagnosed, and so it was definitely a struggle.
I
And
cannot imagine doing that.
yeah, it was intense, and by the end of it, I finally felt strong enough to do the beginning of it because that mountain range is really hard on your body climbing it. So maybe one day James and I will go do that
I mean, that's a really
together.
cute thought.
Yeah. I maybe not go back either,
Um,
but I'm
yeah,
medicated now.
you climbed the Pyrenees. I got a Great Pyrenees
That's
about the
right.
same time.
So we basically did the same
So
thing.
we basically did the same thing.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, rest in peace, preacher.
We love you,
Uh,
preacher. It was a good dog.
he was a good dog. He was the
Are you
best
guys
dog.
still finding fur?
Oh yeah. And
Hmm.
what's crazy about that is I've like bought new clothes since he died. New clothes that have
Hmm.
never met Preacher are getting Preacher hair. So Brianna brought something to my attention for today's episode that I have not seen a lot of people talking about. They've been talking about the subject in general because it's been advertised and everything, but not from her particular perspective. And I found it very interesting, and I thought other folks might find it interesting. So, Miss Brianna, you want to take it away and let us know what's up?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I haven't heard much people talk about this either. So the subject is on Avatar, not The Last Airbender. I want to make that very clear. It is the blue sky people
Okay,
Avatar. Well, and land people. Yeah. Anyways, the tall blue people.
cool.
Um, I once was in a conversation about Avatar, and I realized after I was too far into said conversation that we were not talking about the same Avatar. They were talking about The Last Airbender. I was talking about the blue people, and I was too far into the conversation to back down. So, um, anyways, I want to make that very clear. Blue
Okay,
people.
got it. Not
Um,
the bald kid with the arrow on his
no,
head.
no,
Okay,
no. I don't know anything about that one.
got it.
No. Um, so, as you may or may not know, there is the third Avatar that has come out, Fire and Ash, and I have always loved the avatars because just visually they're stunning. They take you to another world, and you're just engrossed in this world
Hmm.
for 3 hours. The first movie, set up the base. The second movie kind of, my husband thought it was a little boring because it showed more of like the everyday sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then there was like a battle too. But this third movie, I've never seen any of the avatars in theater. So
Oh,
I
you
wanted to
hadn't?
see, no, mm-mm.
Interesting. So that's
Yes.
a whole other
Hmm. So I was
experience.
like, we have to get someone to watch our son, which I am very glad we did not bring our son. We'll get to that in a minute. We have to get someone to watch our son and go see this, and I want to see it in 3D. Like, I want it to be in my face,
Do
because
you
I
like
just love
3D
it.
movies in general?
Um, yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't usually go because I don't justify paying for it.
Hmm.
The extra, I don't necessarily think it's worth it, but for this one I wanted to, and Like it didn't make me motion sick or
That's what I was gonna
anything.
ask.
Yeah. Yeah, there wasn't, and in some spots in this new movie, there were bits that I would like to see it in 2D because they were making the thing that was in focus in 3D was so vibrant, but then everything else looked blurry. So I wanted to know if that was intentional or if it was because the 3D quality
Oh,
just isn't great. Because there were other times where you could see everything in full focus. So I don't know if in 2D, if it would have been like this person's in focus, this thing's out of
right.
focus, or if it was because of the 3D.
Okay.
So I think the 3D could have been a little bit better. Um, but it could have just been the theater that I was at as well. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the technology that James Cameron is using to make the films is
Hmm.
ahead of the technology
Right.
that 3D's at right now.
Yes. And I think some theaters even have like the 40 where it like
I would
vibrates
not
and
do that.
stuff
I
like
would not be
that.
able to do that.
No, I was like, I think after 3 hours, I would feel like I'd been assaulted.
Yeah,
Um,
I'd feel sick.
because this was 3 hours of intense. There was a lot of fighting, there was a lot of intense, heavy subject matter, and it was
Also, should we
just,
do a spoiler warning?
yes. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Spoiler warning. Um,
We
I
will
won't
be
get,
talking about details of the third
yes,
Avatar movie.
we will. I will try not to get super in detail and like give everything away,
Right.
names and all that, but the general thing will be there. And also, it's been out since like December 19th, and by the time this comes out, it'll be a month. So,
Okay. Then it's
diehard
your
fans,
fault,
you should
guys.
have been there. You should have been there by now. It's not my fault. So, anyways, skip ahead if you don't want any spoilers. Um, but as soon as you sit down, it hits the ground running pretty much right away with the action and everything. And it's very strange because I normally do not like action movies. They do not keep my attention like the superhero movies. I they are not for me. But for whatever reason, Avatar, I'm like in it. I'm like I'm there. I am in that world. So anyways, but I was not expecting this one to be as, and maybe it's my fault because I didn't watch any previews. I went into it blind. And like I said, I'm so glad we did not bring our almost 6-year-old to this movie. There were kids there. And I think if I would have had my son in there, I would have walked out. And I almost like at certain points, I was like, this needs to be rated R. Like I am almost like this makes me kind of nervous. So the first couple things, and it was I kind of felt like I had whiplash after watching it just because so much happened in this 3 hour time frame. So I wish I had notes, but I'm gonna hit on the main things
Got it.
that I remember.
Okay.
Um, there's an evil clan that does not follow the Awa, the good god of this planet, the goddess that they all hook up to in the trees and
With their
everything.
braids.
Yeah, with their little whatever they named this. A human grew one of these because Awa. But and they said
I hope
that's
I don't grow one.
he's growing a whatever they called it, and I was like I was like, "Oh my gosh, he's growing one." And
He
they
went through
showed it.
puberty.
They showed the little baby thing, and
Ew.
I was like, this is, there were several moments where it was like a little too much. Like that was one. There was a moment where there was a birthing scene, and that was too much. That was a little intense. But back to the enemy clan. So
Okay.
this enemy clan, they worship their leader, basically, who has renounced Awa. And she uses fire, she uses blood sacrifice, she uses killing people, drugs, all of this stuff to control her clan and
Okay.
other people. And then she also hooks her tail to other people unwillingly. And then she's able to control them and like cause pain,
Hmm.
cause them to bend their knee, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Um, So that was a lot of really intense dark imagery, and they had, they kind of had they made these people kind of look like witches kind I don't know with the symbols that they make. I don't know what they call those things that like hang from the trees
Like
that are certain symbols made out of
runes?
bones. Yes, stuff like that. So they had that in these locations and anyways, it was dark. And so I was kind of taken aback by that. Um, there was another scene that I felt was like, could have been a nod to Abraham and Isaac.
Okay.
Um, there was a father figure and a son figure, and the son figure basically they thought that he needed to die so that their people would be okay. Because he posed a risk that they didn't want the enemy to get a hold of. Because if
Hmm.
the enemy got a hold of him, they would have this power and then could control their people or, cause the demise of their people, basically. And at the very last second, he did not kill the son figure.
Did
Um,
was there like something that was able to be sacrificed instead of the character, or like how did they decide not to kill him?
so basically they were having an internal battle. The son finally realized he had him on this like rock, like an altar,
Oh,
and the
wow.
sun was shining, and they're having the struggle with the knife up to the throat. And the son's figure's talking, the father figure's talking. They're like he's like trying to rationalize to the son why he's doing this.
Hmm.
And at the end, the son goes, "It's okay. I know it must be done. I will go be with Awa." And so, but then all of a sudden, like you think it's going to happen, and then he just doesn't do it. And then the wife runs up, and she had like a moment at the stream because she had agreed. In fact, it was originally her idea to kill this son. She
Oh.
had a revelation at the stream that this didn't need to be done. They could figure a different way out. And so kind
Mm.
of by the time she reached him and the father figure also had that realization, they decided to figure something else out. So I don't know if anything was done in place of it. I don't think so. I think that they just need to be very cautious with making sure the son doesn't get in the enemy's hand.
Got it.
But I would definitely watch it again and take notes and see if there was more that I missed. I
S-
actually kind of want to do that. So,
So was it interesting to see the biblical imagery like on a big screen, but also on like because I don't think James Cameron would consider himself a Christian or anybody else that was like
yes.
working
Well,
on it.
it made me nervous because I'm like, what message are they trying to say here? And like with these like it seems satanic, like
Hmm.
what the enemy clan was doing. And I'm like, is this it? Like, what am I witnessing right now? What am I like? Is this good or is this bad or is it just coincidence that is there a message here that I need to like, what are they trying to
Right.
say to us?
Yeah.
So I don't really, and I still don't really know how I feel about it. Like, it was really dark for a Disney movie. It was really dark for a PG-13 movie. There was a nod to like one of the kids almost offed himself with a rifle, and you
Mm.
see them insert it into their mouth. It was graphic. I would not want my 6-year-old knowing that that's a thing that people do.
Right.
At the last minute, he does not do it, but like, I had no idea that, although I did not look up any spoilers, but like, I feel like that could be very triggering for people.
Do you think they should
Um,
have at least put like content warnings or something before
Possibly
that?
at the front, like, yeah, because there were a lot of curse words,
Hmm.
which is in most things these days,
Right.
but I just don't feel like PG-13 is what it used to be when we were younger.
Oh,
Like,
definitely not.
it's way more intense and yeah. And then at the end, the last biblical imagery that I saw, and there's probably more,
Hmm.
or things that I missed or misinterpreted. There's this. daughter that they have adopted into their family that was born from just a mother and AWA. So the human mother passed away, and as her gift, I don't know, in her passing, her avatar became pregnant with this daughter by AWA.
Okay.
Yes, and was born. And so the main family has watched her and raised her as their own. But she has no father. She is Awa and the god and the mother's child. And at the end, she ends up, she has a special connection with the mother. But through the movie, the mother is doing things and letting things happen, and she's not sure why it's happening. And at the very end, she does end up saving the people. So, like, I don't know, like, is that coincidence? Are they trying to be like, because Jesus was born of God and a human? Like, so
Hmm.
this girl was born of the God and a human? Like, I don't,
That's
I don't
interesting
know. I
because,
don't
like,
know.
I think that's hard because, like, for instance, the Matrix movies are
Mm-hmm,
supposed to be like heavily, inspired by the story of Jesus, essentially. But you have to remember so much of Hollywood looks at the Bible and looks at the story of Jesus and Christians and the Old Testament, all of that as mythology that's not any different than,
mm-hmm.
Thor or Zeus or
Wow.
whatever. So they're like, "Oh, this is, some really good IP that we can
Wow.
uh
I didn't realize that, but
make
that makes sense.
make something, make money off of." They're not that
Yeah.
and as someone who's in the film and television industry who's working with people who love the Lord and love scripture and want to be able to make these huge budget films,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's it's hard. It's noticeable, maybe is a better way to say it, that people in power, this is going to sound really conspiratorial, but
Let's put
maybe
our
it's
little
just the
hats on.
truth. People in power, when you go to make a proper Christian film, say that had the budget of an Avatar movie, but you
Mm-hmm.
wanted to do it right, you wanted to do it biblically, you wanted, you know, it to be dress right dress, they don't want to make it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's, there are different distribution routes, and you've seen like Angel Studios and stuff really grow in the past few years, and then The
Mm-hmm.
Chosen is sort of the juggernaut that came out of that and now
Mm-hmm.
is has exploded. And they're making network quality
Mm-hmm.
um projects,
Content,
but it's
films,
it's
yeah.
interesting. Like the Dallas Jenkins like went to the big networks and big studios,
Mm-hmm.
and they did not want to make it. And it took
Right.
him, Angel helped with investment things, and
Mm-hmm.
he had to stick to his vision for it, and it's
Mm-hmm.
become what it is now. But that is not the norm. And if you use examples like, gosh, 10 or 15 years ago, there was a movie about Noah
Mm-hmm.
um, that had, gosh, I can't remember who was in it. Russell Crowe, I think, played Noah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Barely stuck to the biblical story. And
Mm-hmm.
then there was an Exodus story that had Christian Bale as Moses. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, why make it?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think those movies performed great in the box office because
Mm-hmm.
there were probably Christians that went,
Not it.
not it. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully there's a better intersection, and I can see it coming, and I know of stuff that's happening in the not that I know of the future. That's not what I mean at all. But like I'm aware of projects that are happening that I think can fill that void. but
Mm-hmm.
it's also going to take the audience. Like,
Right.
I tell you what, the amount of Christians that I hear complain about there not being stuff for them to watch
Mm-hmm.
with their families that's good quality and not hokey and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and then don't go to the theater, they don't rent it on Amazon, they don't
Mm-hmm.
subscribe to whatever. You're like, well, that's
It can't
why
just
we're
come
not
from
making it.
nothing.
That's,
Yeah.
you know, um, but that's such an interesting take. Like, I'm sure, um,
I want to know if anyone else noticed
yeah, that's what I
any of
was gonna
those
ask.
things. And do we think it's taking a dark turn? Is it or is it not? You know what I mean? Because it felt kind of dark. I'm not gonna lie. It felt kind of dark and I was a little uneasy.
What, like, are they setting up for a fourth movie?
I think they could be because at the end, the daughter that is the daughter of Awa um, ends up putting the evil lady in her place. So she won the battle, but the evil lady got away.
Oh,
So we assume that she got away. We saw her leave and there was a cloud of fire. So I
so
assume
she's
that she
not
got
dead.
away. She's probably not dead. And
Hmm.
so, and I don't know if it just felt more intense because it was also 3D and in my face more. So I don't know. I don't know what other people think. I want to know what they think.
I think it's interesting. Like, I agree with you that like I saw the first two in theaters when they came out subsequently. I do agree with Terry a little bit that the second
Mhm.
one was particularly boring. Like
I
it
loved it.
it didn't feel like there were much stakes. It just felt like
Yeah.
a 3 hour epilogue of the first movie.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and but they're visually, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
like it's
Yeah.
amazing to look at, and the
Yeah.
technology that they've created is insane. And we could go on a whole other
Mm-hmm.
thing about James Cameron and the Titanic and all of that. But I will say a fact that I learned recently about James Cameron and Avatar that's kind of interesting. I don't know if I have the whole sequence of events like locked in, but I do believe that he had a dream or something when he was like in high school
Mm-hmm.
that inspired.
Yes. Terry said he drew, so like there's these big things that are new creatures that you see in this movie, and he's like, he drew that whenever he was like a kid. Like the and it's just now on the big like to see that it's now on the big screen, like, but he created it all those decades
Right.
ago. So Abby, did you have another do we need to put on our tinfoil hats for your next
I think we need to
topic?
put our thickest tinfoil hats on, and also our thinking hats, our truth goggles, everything. Full gear. Because what I'm going to tell you about has bothered me for years,
Oh my gosh.
and not enough people talk about it. And when I learned
Hmm.
certain things about this topic, I was like, we've been living a lie.
I'm
So,
so excited to hear what you have to say because I'm literally going in blind to this conversation.
okay. So we're going to talk about Helen Keller. Helen Keller. Now, this girlie, she uh she was born in 1880, and at 19 months old, she contracted some sort of illness, fever, whatever it might have been. Probably something that could have been treated now and would not have
Hmm.
resulted in deafness and blindness. But anyway, she was only 19 months old, so she didn't have. To me, this is kind of the crux of the thing. She did
Hmm.
not have enough frame of reference at 19 months old to do all the things that she supposedly did.
Hmm.
Now, I have seen the occasional TikTok video of someone saying Helen Keller isn't real. The person, Helen Keller, was real. I
Hmm.
believe that. But I believe one of two things. Either she herself was a con artist,
Ooh.
or she was so severely disabled that the people around her saw an opportunity and took advantage of her and ultimately all the fame, books, whatever came from it, but she wasn't doing anything that they said.
Mm.
So that's the wheels have been spinning.
And also, why in American education do we focus so hard on Helen Keller?
Why are we so that's, by the way, that's part of my conspiracy.
Okay, okay, you go for it.
So Gurley was 7 years old. She gets this teacher, Anne Sullivan. We've all seen the
Hmm.
movies and plays and, whatever else. And she supposedly teaches her a form of sign language that essentially she can, is sign things into another person's hand and
Hmm.
communicate to that person. And that you, like, say, a typical person, could put Helen's like hand on your mouth and you
Hmm.
say, and she's able to figure it out through like vibrations and tones
Hmm.
and things. Another thing about her illness is like we don't know how deaf or how
Hmm.
blind she supposedly was, but
Right,
the image that's put out of her is that she was fully deaf, fully blind.
right.
So
That's
we're
true.
we're we're going based off of her public image. Okay?
Hmm.
So she, Anne and her, become close, and I think she essentially used her as an interpreter for most of her life.
Hmm.
She goes on to graduate college.
Hmm.
She wrote several books, including an autobiography.
Hmm.
She became a advocate for other people with disabilities. She gave speeches
Hmm.
in over 30 countries,
Hmm.
which is fascinating because think about the level of, like, if it's true,
Hmm.
the game of telephone that would take.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, but can she speak or is she mute?
I don't know for sure, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if you
My,
remember the
go
YouTuber
ahead.
Jenna Marbles.
No.
Um, she's still alive and everything, but she's retired. She had a tutorial that went viral a really long time ago about how to get people to stop bothering you at the club.
Oh.
And one of her tactics that she used to keep people from bothering her at the club was to go full Helen Keller on someone.
Okay, yeah, I have seen or heard of that tactic.
Okay,
And
so I
yes,
don't,
she was a mute.
yeah, that's what I believed.
Yes, that's what
So,
I thought.
mm,
Hmm.
so imagine her mind, right? At 19 months
Hmm.
old, all the information she ever had,
Hmm.
hearing and seeing from
Hmm.
19 months old. Then she gets taught by this person how to
Hmm.
finger sign in someone's hand.
Hmm.
That person becomes her voice.
Hmm.
And then someone else, if they're not in America, has to interpret for that person
Hmm.
to the masses. One of the books that she wrote, supposedly, was about the religious cult that she belonged to
Hmm.
and her affinity for the Socialist Party of America.
Hmm.
So here's where I'm thinking if we're going to give Miss Helen the benefit of the doubt that she was not the con artist,
Hmm.
but the people around her were manipulating everything. Don't you think having this like kind of miraculous person as your mascot
Hmm.
for a religious cult, a specific party in politics,
Hmm.
and having her travel around the world, and there's no way for us to know what she was actually saying. We have to believe the
Right,
person that was interpreting for her. So it really, I'm really leaning that like people saw what was happening and went, we can do something with this. We can
Mm-hmm.
make a story out of this. And they used her basically like as a sideshow.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of feel bad for her. And again, if it's not true and
Mm-hmm.
she was just fooling everybody and she was in on it and she really believed, in the Communist Party or whatever. I know I said socialist earlier, but it
Mm-hmm.
goes back and
Commune.
forth,
Yeah.
which she belonged to. Like,
Well, in her, she only could believe what the people who communicated allegedly with her were telling her.
right. And how would
So,
she know?
yes. Isn't
There's no
that a
way
little
to
culty?
know. Now, here's the biggest kicker that I have a hard time with, and this is not political at all, is that she, with the help of an instructor, supposedly,
Mm-hmm.
flew a plane.
Yeah.
Helen
Yeah.
Keller, famously deaf and blind, flew an airplane.
But did she just hold the steering wheel for a second?
Well, there's not much. It's just that it just says with the
We
help
don't
of an
know the
instructor.
details.
We don't know the details.
Was it
And
on autopilot? Like,
it was
no, it
probably
didn't
not
have
on
that.
autopilot then, because it was probably within like a year of when the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
you know?
She's with the Wright brothers.
Yeah, I think we need to know more. If there's people that have done more research than I have
Mm-hmm.
about Miss Helen Keller, please let me know. I'm okay to be corrected. I
Mm-hmm.
don't care that much. But I do care
Yeah.
that we've spent a lot of time um idolizing her, and
Mm-hmm.
not everybody knows that much. Probably with a lot of
And
people.
why do we idolize her? Why does like why is it so ingrained in our children's I don't know if they still teach it,
I
but
don't
I'm
either.
assuming that they do. Um, but like I vividly remember
Oh,
learning
me
about it
too.
for like I feel like it was years.
Yeah,
Like
or
Helen
once a year.
Keller.
It was like, oh, it's Helen Keller
Yeah,
time.
we're reviewing this again. Um, and it's not to put anyone down, like we want to know. We're just curious.
Yeah.
Does the math? Are we missing something? Um, and at the end of the day, who are we to say? She could have done all of those things.
Yeah, which is impressive if it's true.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
just I'm questioning the authenticity of
Just a
said
little
claims.
skeptical.
Yeah.
We have questions.
We have questions and we need answers, and we've not been given these answers.
We don't have these answers, and she is gone, so we cannot ask her.
I know.
But I wouldn't know how to ask her even if she was here.
Yeah, how would we ask her?
We have to
And
ask
know
Anne.
that she's getting the real question and not some cockamamie
Yeah,
thing that her interpreter gave her.
exactly.
Stressing me out. Get my heart rate up.
She might would have like some smart device today though, like
Oh
a
yeah.
implant or something. Like,
Yeah, Elon would have taken
yeah,
care of her.
for sure, for sure. He would have.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
What Bible story do you think should get more attention? While we're on the topic of things that are like stories that we've heard over and over again and
Mm-hmm.
things like that.
I want to hear not necessarily what Bible stories. Like I want more information on the women of the Bible. So like recent especially Martha, okay? She's she's working her booty off
Right.
to get things ready for Jesus being there and Mary's just sitting at her feet. And I feel like I have been Martha.
Yeah.
I have been Martha, and that stuff has to get done.
It does
So
have to
if
get
I'm not
done.
gonna do it, who's gonna do it? So, but I think I've been reading into this a little bit more, and I think it's about the heart of it. So yes, you are doing this, but don't be bitter about it.
Mm-hmm.
Do it with grace. And I would like to know more information about how to be a biblical, like a woman in God's image. Like, because I
Right.
feel like, and I've been reading some books on this too. So like just women, I want to know more about the daily role of women. I
I
don't
think
know.
I think that's important. So many stories are like Proverbs 31.
Mhm.
It's this kind of idealistic image
Mhm.
of what a woman is. But we also have the story of Yael in Judges where she puts a
Mhm.
spike through somebody's head.
Yeah. Which I think
So,
we've all been to that point almost. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Like it's not really
But
figurative.
both types are fulfilling the purpose that God has
Mhm.
for us as women. So I think that's a great topic. Like that's something that I think yeah, biblical womanhood is something that is
And how do we translate that into modern
modern times.
times?
That's
Yes.
exactly what I was thinking. Like how do we move forward honoring God and, you know, be able to live our lives? I mean, like
Mhm.
we most people have to have two incomes in their household. Most
Exactly.
women have to be able to care for themselves in a lot of ways. And um, yeah, I think that's something that we need to do a little more deep contemplation on. Um,
Yeah. What about you? Do you have anything?
I have 90 things
Yeah.
that I think I need to know more about. Um, Not just in scripture itself, of course, but like I, I'm a writer, and so I love stories about
Mhm.
people, and like I really resonate with stuff in scripture that feels like I'm reading a book about somebody. So like I
Mhm.
love like uh, um the book of Ruth and Esther
Mhm.
and
Love Esther.
um Samuel and uh there's so many things, but like I would love to be able to highlight like more of the obscure stories in the Bible that are
Mhm.
lesser known, but
Yeah.
like somehow within the confines of scripture, like be able to expand on what their lives were like and what their
Mhm.
daily lives would have looked like versus, oh, we all know the story of Zacchaeus and the tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
I'm doing an online free course right now on ancient Christianity. And so they did like the first couple ones were about like the times before Jesus came
yeah.
and what life was like, and then during Jesus's life and the government and stuff
Hmm.
like that. And so that's been pretty fascinating. But I always, anytime I have questions, I just want to hear your perspective of things because you're like the encyclopedia of I don't know. I know that you don't know everything, but like I just feel like you're just a great reference just to bounce things off of and you're like, "Oh yes, that was during this time and then there was this going on and that so
But
I
what do
just
I
feel like you're
always
a
tell
great
you
reference.
when you
Go
ask
to
me
the
questions?
Bible.
Okay. I always
And I
say,
do.
yeah, like look at your Bible first, because
Yes. Yes.
no, I'm so passionate about biblical
Mhm.
literacy, and like I think we we all have access to
Mhm.
scripture.
Mhm.
And I have a hard time, and this is a me thing, this is not a other people
Mhm.
thing, this is not me being judgmental, but in my mind and how my mind works, I have a hard time going, well, why aren't you reading your Bible? Or like,
Exactly.
why are you intimidated to go to a book?
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
to me, like reading is knowledge. Like
Yeah. Yeah. AI has made me question everything.
it's made
I'm
me
like, is this
question
real or is this AI?
everything. And it's hard to define. Because my mom, and I'm sure your mom does this too,
Hmm.
will see something on Facebook, share it with me or
Hmm.
show it to me, and go,
Yeah.
look at this house or look at this animal or look at this whatever. And I'll go, mommy, mommy, Mother, that's AI. And she'll go, how do you know it's AI? And I go,
Yeah.
I don't know how to define it.
You just have a feeling.
You just can see it's not always contextualized. It's
Yeah.
not always like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, Robert De Niro is not asking for your money. It's
Mm-hmm.
not always like
No.
crazy like that. It's like literal, I mean, it's like
It's kind
ethereal.
of instinctual.
Yeah,
Like you're like,
instinctual.
ooh,
You're
yeah.
like,
But our parents don't have it.
yeah,
Yeah. But like James, my son, he'll even ask me, he'll be like, is that real or is that fake? Like, so he's developing, like
that's
he's,
good.
yeah, it's getting ingrained in his little almost 6-year-old brain.
That's
Like that,
really good. He needs
things are
it.
not always as they seem.
Well, I mean, when he starts, I mean, he's already in school, but like when he starts seeing
Hmm.
stuff for school, when he has to start writing stuff for school and research and all like, and just information, because I realize
Hmm.
like you're careful with him and the internet and stuff, but like he and all kids his age are going to have to filter
Hmm.
everything
Hmm.
and, be able to gauge that on their own. So I think
Yeah.
that's a healthy way for him to be right now.
Yeah.
And that he
Yeah.
goes to you and trusts that you're going to tell him the truth.
Well, and it's usually whenever we're looking at things on my phone. So, like, we were looking at volcano videos on TikTok because he wanted to know about volcanoes.
As you
And
do.
there were several that were obviously fake, like,
Hmm.
animations of a volcano. And so that's kind of how it started. And he's like, so then that's the baseline that he then determined, oh, so not everything that I see is real because, this video of volcanoes is real, but this one is not. And so he's kind of like I was trying to point. So anyways, that was like the first experience he had really with like the AI was looking at these volcano videos.
That's hard too because like I don't know what the right words would be. You have to be able to determine if something is AI or computer animated.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like if it's CGI, if
Mm-hmm.
someone made that,
Yes.
like it wasn't generated by
Mm-hmm.
itself
Mm-hmm.
like AI is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's hard. And one thing I've started noticing, and I'm glad they're doing it, but like it's also freaky that it's necessary now, is like,
Mm-hmm.
I watch the Today Show pretty much every morning, and there may be a graphic or something they're using that, and it'll have a little tag that says, this graphic was used generative AI or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I don't know if it was a Geico commercial, it was something like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
that popped up and it said that as
Yeah.
well. And then I saw another commercial that was for a more local or regional car dealership that
Mm-hmm.
was so obviously AI. Like the guy had too many teeth and too many fingers, and like
Oh,
it
wow.
was, if you went like this and just saw it, it wasn't crazy, but when you actually watched it, it was very obviously AI, and there was no disclosure for that.
Uh-huh.
And anyway, I will disclose our logo was made using some AI. We put in all the
Mm-hmm.
prompts and adjusted it and chiseled away at it. Um, but
Also
neither of
use
us,
Canva.
Canva, we are not proficient in Photoshop and all of that just yet.
Mm-mm.
And
I'm
so,
not even proficient in AI. I'm just amazed that we got it to the level that we did.
yes,
Pretty
because
proud of it.
I am pretty proud of it.
I'd put it on the fridge. I feel like we worked on it. Like
We
we
really worked
worked
on it.
hard on it, even though AI did all of like we worked hard on
Yes,
it.
we worked hard on it.
Okay.
And we were not going to publish it unless we felt good about it.
Yeah.
And so for right now, until we can afford a cutesy photo shoot and everything,
Yes.
we uh we'll be using that. But I think it's really cute, and I think
I think it is.
it works for what we need right now, and it'll be recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
while we're building our brand and everything, like
Yeah.
it'll be easy to spot. So
Yeah.
I'm happy about that.
Yeah. But we didn't want to fool you guys.
No,
No.
we didn't want to fool you guys into thinking that we are expert computer animation
No.
geniuses.
Because I am not.
No, but Brianna's the one. Like she really,
Oh, I
she did.
have fun. I have fun playing
She
with
d
all that stuff.
she did she's really good at that kind of stuff.
Thank you guys so much for listening. If you listened to all this,
Yeah, if you
we appreciate
got
it.
through this, you're a real one.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. And we might just be talking to ourselves, but come along with us because we want this to be like a cozy girl chat.
Definitely.
Just just a little girl time powwow. I mean, and if you're a boy, you can be here too. That's fine.
Mm,
But anyways, let us know what you think if you're out there.
yes, please comment topic suggestions and like is there, what keeps you up at night? Because
Yeah.
as a person who does not sleep,
Hmm.
um let's stay awake together and solve it.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
So like, share, subscribe. You don't want to miss it. Um, and we hope you stay blessed.
And highly medicated.